Right, so I said that we'd do another Q&A. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Well, if my printer works. Hello. Hello. Do you not have any paper? You do. Come on then, you can do it. Make your noise. It's funny, I bought this printer when I was back at the caravan, sort of 3 years ago. And if you look at the ink, I printed out all of my mortgage documents and everything with that. And the ink is still really, really high. It must have had at least 1,000 bits of paper go through it. So, the first question, I can't remember what I'm getting somewhere. There we go. Now the first answer I can do straight away is from Robert. He says, are the binoculars in your living room Celestron Skymaster 25 by 70s? Let's have a look. They are 25 by 70s. Well done, buddy. But I do have another pair as well in the van. I think they're 25 by 75 or something. There was 2 pairs. So, I can't remember what the other ones were. But I'll let you know if I go in the van before the end of this video. Right, things I do for you guys, I'll just put that to the van. These ones are 15 by 70. So yeah, 15 by 70 and 25 by 70. Hope that answers your question. They're blooming good as well. They're really blooming good. Oh, and there's my gloves. Loads of people were kicking off about me not having my gloves on the other day. Well, what it was I was all the way over there by the shed and I only needed like 7 bits of wood and I couldn't be bothered to come back in just to grab me gloves just to get like 7 bits of wood out. So I do have gloves and I wear them all the time apart from that time when you all told me off. Always getting told off. Cheap. Look, we've hit 70,000 miles now, look. I can't remember what I bought it on now. Was it 56 or something like that, or 52? I can't remember now. So the next question, while the car's warming up, is from Janet. Janet has asked, why did you originally move to Cornwall? Because Mum did. Mum moved up here when I was finishing school, I think it was. Because she saw a house up here and she wanted one, so she came down here and she had a gallery and everything, art gallery and all that lot. So as soon as I finished school, I came up as well. So I think it was Mum's dream place where she always wanted to live in St Ives, and we were like, yeah, I've only got a few months left of school, go for it, do it. So she did. And then as soon as I finished school, hopped on a train. No, I didn't hop on a train. No, I got my car and then moved up. But yeah, I remember the first time I properly came here as an adult. I was walking around St Ives in the bay and walking in the water, blue water. Remember, I came from Burnham-on-Sea, which was mud. The water was brown mud, disgusting. I think it's a reservoir, not a sea. And when I came to Cornwall, the sea was like a bluey green. I remember walking along in the water, and there was these little flatfish, and the flatfish were just coming up out of the sand and swimming along, and I was like, bloody hell, that's great. You never saw anything like that down in Burnham-on-Sea in Somerset. So it was like a tropical island. It was like blimmin' hell. So I literally went back home again, shoved everything I could in the boot of my car, and then came back again. So yeah, that's how it happened. One from Lily. Would I ever consider travelling to Canada? I think it's been asked before. I keep saying it and I'm never doing it. I keep saying that I just need to book a flight and go, but I seem to be so busy at home doing stuff. I haven't been able to commit to a date where I should just randomly do it. Like I spontaneously do things, I should just say, sod it, I'm just going to book it, I'm going to go, and everything else can wait. One day I will. I want to just hop on a plane and go somewhere. I keep talking about it, but I haven't done it. So it will happen one day, Lily, yes. Now the next question is from Deborah. Deborah has asked, because the Mini's in such a delicate condition, because the Mini's in such delicate condition, I think you mean like rust and all that lot, why don't you park it in the garage? Now, I thought about that, but the problem is I'd be taking the Defender or the Jeep out of the garage, which isn't in a delicate position, and putting it in the elements outside, making it in a delicate condition. So yeah, I'd potentially be saving the Mini a little bit, but I'd be ruining whatever else I put outside. Not ruining it, but you know what I mean. What I'm actually going to do this summer, I already had a quote for it. It was too expensive, so I'm going to do it myself. I was going to extend the garage, but the quote was too, I can't keep paying out this, you know, sooner or later someone's got to give. So I'm going to build a shelter for the Mini behind the garage. So it's not going to be an extension of the garage. It's going to be more like one of those, you know, like the thing I built for Sherpa, for him to lie under during the rain. It's going to be more like one of those, but like a massive, bigger version. So yeah, the Mini will be undercover soon. I just don't want to take the Jeep or the Defender out and potentially start to ruin them when there's nothing wrong with them. But yeah, the Mini will be put undercover soon because it won't pass the next MOT, and it will stay there. And I know that one day I will restore it. That Mini will be back to new again. It will have a new paint job. It will be absolutely immaculate again. And you know, even if it's in 10 years time, I don't care. I will restore Little Red because it went through so much, and it's such a beautiful car. It's such a fun car as well. I don't want to let it go, but I can't afford to do all the work yet. So it's going to be an ongoing project, which is what the Defender was meant to be. I was impatient. Next question is from Sheena. Sheena's put, why are you comfortable filming yourself, but you're not comfortable with your mum filming you? Reason is, I mean, when you film yourself and you edit it yourself, you can edit out all the bad bits. When mum films me, it's a bit like raw footage. She seems to get the worst angle of me. You know, everyone's a little bit body conscious and conscious of how they look, and you know, if you're editing your own videos, you can edit them. If you see a part which you're like, no, I cannot, I don't want to show that on camera, I don't, ugh, I look horrendous kind of thing, or then you can just cut it out. But when someone else records you, you can't cut it out because they do all the editing. So that's all it is. It's just because she seems to film, or I think she does anyway, at my worst moments, looking my worst, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'd just rather hide from the camera and not be filmed. So it's one of those things now. As soon as Granny takes the camera out, everybody ducks or hides behind each other because we all think the same. Alright, just set some traffic lights. Next one off Kay. Are you going to be still putting a memorial in the garden for Sherpa? 100% yes. Yes, it's one of those jobs what I want to get right. I don't want to rush it and then have to change it. I want to find the exact place where it's going to be in the shelter that I've built, but I don't know if I'm going to extend that shelter first. I don't know if I'm going to take the walls down and make it bigger and just have a little section as Sherpa's memorial. I don't know if I'm going to plant the trees. You know, I need to work out what I'm going to do before I do it. I know time's ticking on, but I'd like to get things right. Once I have the ideas, and then once I go for it, I go for it. But yes, there will 100% be a memorial for Sherpa in the garden. I just need to work out the best way to do it, where it can stay, if that makes sense. Yeah, like the planting of trees, I need to plant it, but I don't want to plant it and then think to myself, oh bugger, I could have planted it somewhere else because I want to build something there. So yeah, it all takes time with me, but the ideas are there, and it will happen. Oh, it's a windy day out. Beautiful though. So the next one is from Laurie, and Laurie says, how long did you do van life? Do you miss it, or do you enjoy your home ownership more? Oh, Laurie, that's a tricky one, that is. Oh wow, look at that. Beautiful day. Can park over here, it looks rougher. Wow, look at that. So yeah, Laurie, that's a tricky one. The thing is with van life is, I can take these off now, I'm not driving anymore. The thing is with van life is, I suppose the thing is with home life is you've got a lot more, I don't want to say the word responsibility, you've got a lot more to worry about, to keep you busy. When you're in a van and you don't have anything, it's just you in the van, but when you're in the house, you go away for like a couple of weeks and you worry and think, oh, is a roof tile blown off, or is it starting to get damp because I'm not there to open a window or heat it, or I think the more you've got, the more you're held down, kind of thing. I love having it all, absolutely. I love having the house. I think having the house is amazing. It's the most beautiful thing. I love being at home. I love chilling at home. I love looking after the place. It's my comfort. It's my safe place. It's a beautiful, beautiful home. But van life was special because you had a clearer mind, I think, if that makes sense. You could go away and you could relax. You could switch off. Whereas when you've got a house and things like that, it's a bit more difficult to do that because of the worry of things back at home. But anyway, the question was, where is it? How long did you do the van life for? I think me and Sherpa did it for, I think it was 3 years. We were working and living in the van for, and then we bought the caravan. Do I miss the adventures? I kind of do miss the adventures, but at the same time, I love to come home. I love going away for 4, 5, 6 days or a week, and I love to come home because you've had an adventure and then you've come home. And I suppose with the van it was like a massive adventure, but you were always at home because the van was your home, kind of thing. It's hard to explain. Whereas with the van I used to stay away for months and months at a time, but now I like to stay away for a week and then come home to my cozy home. So yeah, I don't know if that's answered your question or not. I miss it in a way, but in a way I don't miss it because I still do the adventures, but I've got my lovely home to chill in. So yeah, I think I miss not having any worries when I go away, I think it is. Because you could just go away with not a care in the world, not worry about anything at all, because you had everything with you. But now, if I go away for a week or two, I'm constantly worried about the things I've got at home being damaged or something happening to them. So yeah, I do miss it in the sense of you could have a clear mind and just enjoy the moment, kind of thing. But now I get the best of both anyway. I can go away and I get to come back to a beautiful home. Yeah, tricky. I know Leanne Miller is one of the ones that asked this question. The gentleman that Sherpa used to see on his walks, you used to meet him in the car park. Oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, I think you're on about Larry. I was just thinking about Mickey's parents as well. Mickey moved away. Larry. Oh yeah, there's another one. Yeah, Susan as well. My question: do you ever catch up with Larry? I think you both mean the same person. I try to. I do try to. I've gone there to see him. I message him. I send him a message saying, "Hope you're okay, Larry." I think I've sent him probably 4 or 5 messages since Christmas saying, but I never get any response. I don't think he likes using his phone. I mean, it's like Mum hasn't got a mobile phone, so, and he's only at the co-op where I used to go for like an hour at a time, so trying to catch up with him there is quite difficult as well. I hope he's okay. I do try to contact him. I'd love to get a message back of him, even if it's just saying, "Stop messaging me, you bugger." But yeah, I hope he's alright. I do try and get hold of him, but I do understand that he doesn't like mobile phones, and I don't go to where I used to meet him as much now at all. So yeah, let me know. Next one is from Carol. Carol, here in New Zealand we're 11 hours ahead of you time-wise. Your videos normally drop around 3 AM. Do you have time to go back, read and respond to comments that are about 8 to 11 hours old? This is a tricky one for me, Carol, because I always feel really, really bad about only answering the first half an hour's worth of comments, because the same people get spoke to every day and the rest of you don't. And I have thought about maybe starting comments, like if the video is 20 minutes long, starting the comments after 20 minutes so I know people have watched it before I start answering. It's just one of those things, is I spend so much time doing the filming, editing, and your eyes start to hurt after looking at screens for so long. So once I do the half-hour comments, I'm like, right, that video's done, it's out the way. Now I've got one more day to make another video. So it is tricky. I do always want to go back and answer all of the comments, but the problem is having the time to do that. You just want to put your phone down, you just want to relax for an hour, and yeah, I think my phone usage time, because I do all my editing and my filming on my phone, sometimes in a day I've been on my phone for 9 hours in a day, and you just want to put it down. But yeah, I do think of all of you guys commenting when you wake up, and I will try and go back and do some comments, because yeah, I don't think it's fair that you guys get to miss out on a quick chat because of the time difference. So I will try. What's the next one? The next one's called From the Jackal 007. Oh, the Jackal, that was Bruce Willis, wasn't it? 007 wasn't, though. I wonder if that's a mixture of... Anyway, let's get right. All right, here's a question. Jamie, what's the furthest you've driven for one of your fun holidays? Switzerland. That's got to be Switzerland. Yeah, definitely Switzerland. I think the furthest before that would have been with Sherpa when we drove to, I think it's called Chamonix, which is just outside Switzerland, and then Paris as well, Lake Geneva. Me and Sherpa drove there, but that was all on the same trip. So yeah, Switzerland. But the next adventure, which I'm hoping to do before the summer, will be even further, will be the Dolomites, which is in Italy. So that will be the longest trip. Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm just trying to get things, there's always things to do. I'm just trying to free up the time to be able to just, because you've got to get a couple of weeks worth of videos ready as well, and that takes time in itself. I'm rambling. Yeah, Switzerland. Next question is from Annette, and Annette says, where is your next big road trip going to be? Oh, I just answered that. Oh, you put another one here actually. Are you going to keep the Defender or sell, then buy another one and do the same again, buy another design? You should know me well enough by now, Annette. I don't know. I bought the Defender for a few reasons. I thought to myself, I've got something old which will soon become out of no tax, no MOT. I know you still need to maintain it. Something I can fix, something I can go camping in. But then I did think to myself, oh, I could quickly sell it on and make a few quid. But I might not make a few quid, but it's been fun doing it. So I'm not sure yet. I'm either going to keep it as a long-term thing. I don't know. I've not decided. Yeah, I've not decided yet. I'm still deciding. The Mini's going to be put in the shed soon, stored. So I'm going to be back down to one less car then, which is good, because all the insurance and fuel and everything, I'm kidding myself, I can't afford it anymore. I don't even know why I bought the Defender, I can't afford the Defender. But you know, you've got to try things, you've got to have fun while you can. So yeah, I haven't thought it through properly. I'm just going with the flow kind of thing. So yeah, Annette, we will find out sooner or later, but at the moment I don't know. Oh look, there's a person. Hello. Looks tiny. There's a question about my leggies. There's a question from Liz and Annie. I'm not sure if anyone else asked it too. Sorry, there we go. What's the tattoo? What it is my star sign is Capricorn, and that is one of the symbols for my star sign. Basically, I was 21 years old, or 22 years old, something like that. And you know, as people do, they're like, yeah, let's go get a tattoo. So I went to the shop and she gave me a book of tattoos and said, which one do you want? And I was like, that's Capricorn, I'll pick that one. And I had it done. So yeah, that's the story behind it. It doesn't really mean anything to me now, but it means Capricorn. I keep saying things. I really want to get a Sherpa one. I want to get like his paw print or something, but I'm worried because I'm so OCD-ish, or whatever I am, special, that if I don't like it, or if it's put in the wrong place, or like a millimetre more that way than it should be that way, it's going to bug me and I'm not going to like it. So I'm not like a perfectionist, it's just if something could be better a tiny bit over, I'd rather do that. And the problem is with a tattoo, once you've had it done, I know they put the transfer on you and stuff, but once you've had it done, you can't really move it, and that's what stops me from having anything done. I did say to Sarah the other day, I think we should go and get Sherpa and Dexter's paw prints. You know, I can have Sherpa's paw print somewhere, she can have Dexter's paw print somewhere. We should go to the tattoo shop and have it done. But yeah, that's what my tattoo means, and I'd love to get some more. I'm just too much of a pansy. Are you allowed to say pansy? I don't know. Blooming windy today. I'm going to move now because I don't want to get salt all over the Jeep. Alright, we've got a couple more questions. Let's do them when we get inside. You can do it? Thank you. Right, the next one is Polly, and she's put, will I ever write a book about Sherpy? Or is it about me and Sherpy? I can't remember what it says now. Hold on. Let's have a look. Yeah, about you and Sherpy. I don't know. It again, it's having the time to, when you do YouTube and you're sorry, and it's a very busy life. You don't get much time to sit and think, because you're on to the next video. You know, you once one video finishes, you've got a day to record, edit, and upload the next video. So if I did do a book, it would be in a few years' time when things have calmed down, because you know, it's hard enough trying to plan a holiday because you don't like I say, video day, not video day, video day, not video day. On that not video day, you're recording and editing for the next. So you don't. Yeah, it's kind of sad, really. You don't have time to think a lot. So you don't get a chance to sit. You know, where a lot of people, they go to work Monday to Friday, go home, you get to switch off for the weekend. You can think about what you're doing, where you're going, and what you want to do, and who you are, and all that lot. When you're doing YouTube, well, when you upload as much as I do, you don't really get that time to be able to think about yourself, kind of thing, because you've got so many deadlines. You know, it's the next video kind of thing. I'm rambling on. I always do this. So, would you ever write a book about you and Sherpa? I would. Yeah, I think it would be really lovely. But having the time to mentally sit down and think about a story, it just ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Yeah. This is a 2-1. You've got to put one in, and then you've got to put the other one in as well afterwards. I think that does the coffee, and this does the milky part. There we go. It's finished. And the final one for now that we've got is Heather. Would you do the coast around Scotland camping? Yeah, I've done the NC 500 with Sherpa. I don't know if you missed that one. That was really good. I've done Scotland quite a few times actually, but again, it's tricky. Is having the time to do it, to plan it, kind of thing. I need a secretary. I need someone. I'd love that. I'd love to have somebody that could plan all of my stuff and say, right, this is where you're going, this is what you're seeing, this is the week you're doing it. Actually, I don't know if I would love that or not, actually. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I will go and do Scotland again, because Scotland is lovely. I'd love to take the Defender. I don't, but then I don't know. There's just, yeah. There's so many things I'd love to do. It's having the time to stop and think about it and make it happen. Because like I said, you're as soon as you finish comments, you get like an hour to just switch off, and then it's like, right, I've got a video going up in 2 days. What do you do for work? Yeah. I've just seen this one as I was editing. This one's from Raven. Where does the term hoofing it down come from? I've got no idea. I think Mum used to say it when I was younger, or my gran used to say it maybe, but they used to look outside and say, "Blimmin' hell, it's hoofing it down out there." I suppose it's just a different word because a lot of people say it's peeing it down outside. I suppose hoofing is just another word so you don't say something that's rude. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I've said it for so long now. I'm pretty sure Mum used to say it and Gran used to say it. So yeah, hoofing down. I've got no idea where it came from, but it just means it's pissing down with rain, really. But a nicer way of saying it. But I don't know. It must have something to do with horses. Hoofing, I guess it's horses. Maybe when there's a lot of horses are running, there's lots of hoofs on the floor. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, if any of you guys know, let us know. But yeah, hope that's answered a lot of your questions. And there were a lot more. And I will get onto them soon. I'll do another Q&A soon. But yeah, hope you're having a good week. Oh, there's some really cool things coming up. I think you've probably already seen one, which is the bus. That was very cool. There's another cool thing coming up as well. There's 2 cool things that I've only just started to do, which will be coming in a couple of months' time, which are really cool. There's the Dolomites coming up, which is really cool. There's stuff in the garden, which I'm going to do, which is really... there's a lot going on. A lot going on.